It is a huge day in this house. That guy was so mad.
This is a real gem.
I don't know if I've talked about this actually, but I don't want to get my hopes up. I always need to go to Target, but I don't need to go to Target. I just wanted to make sure that what we talked about, you still feel good about that. What day is it?
Yo, it is, oh my gosh, my brain.
Why is it a big day?
It's Goodwill Day.
It's Goodwill Day, but specifically, it is a huge day in this house because
We are no longer living, laughing, or pooping.
We are no longer living, laughing, or pooping in this household. A serious, non-laughable household only.
No.
Okay, but no pooping anymore. Got it? There is probably no one here that remembers this sign when we had it in Connecticut. Connecticut was like, I think I started vlogging, honestly, when we were moving out of the Connecticut apartment, honestly. So, this sign was in the Connecticut apartment. Connecticut we lived in from 2014 to 2016. Wow, that sounds so long ago, because it literally is. It's almost 10 years ago. And we have had, as you guys know, the Mini Cooper for ages. And this sign has been with us forever because we really liked it, but then at a certain point it just didn't go with our stuff anymore. It kind of does, but we just wanted to clear it out. It has been sitting against this wall in the dining room for ages because we don't have a car to bring it. It was literally just like up against this wall. Like it became part of the house. I didn't even notice it anymore at a certain point. And every time mom was in town, we'd be like, oh, we should go to the Goodwill. And we're like, oh, we won't bother her. It's like out of the way. But now we have a freaking car to put it in. This is a huge day.
Yeah.
This is a box of Goodwill stuff. We just always have, it seems like, a pile of Goodwill stuff. That stuff is gonna go to Goodwill. So big box of stuff, and this. I'm kind of excited about it.
Me too. Which one do you want to carry? Which is easier for you?
I think I'll carry this one. Let's load her up. But first, let me put some towels in the laundry. What, baby? Do we need any of these keys?
If we want to try lock, stock, and barrel, yeah.
Let's bring them. That heat is going overdrive right now.
What are we doing?
What's going on? What's happening? Hello, Bobby. I'm number 2. Here I go. Wow. The first haul to Goodwill that we haven't been able to take. Now we can take it in Bobby. Let's do it. To it. Lars. Where first? Kohl's, Sephora? Or no, probably Goodwill first.
Goodwill.
Goodwill first. Goodwill first. Our Goodwill is closed. We have to go find another one. We're going to South Portland. Big box of stuff. That guy is really upset with us because we missed the drive up situation because I'm a nincompoop and I panic in decision making situations when I'm driving, so. And wow, an end of an era. There it goes, you guys. Wow, that's like one of the last things we have from like the 2016 era, 2014 to 2016 era in our apartment. And there it goes. Okay, baby.
I'm gonna put the seats up so things aren't sliding around.
Okay, baby. Oh, so easy. Look at that. That guy was so mad.
This is a real gem.
It was my fault, honestly.
No, you're fine. I mean, if we were causing a traffic jam, yeah, we should have come back around, but you're fine.
Okay. I saw that cars could get by me. People can clearly like drive up to the drive up still.
His anger is not your problem.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Back to Market Basket? Is that where we're going?
I think so. Unless you need to go to...
I always need to go to Target, but I don't need to go to Target. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, darling.
I am getting hungry, so maybe we do Sephora and then like Panera.
Okay. Let's see.
But first, lunch. Mediterranean veggie sandwich though, it's so good. Ooh, bread for the tomato soup, 1000%. Add to order. Delish, friends. Oh, my Lanta.
And they lock into position in the car.
Yeah.
And so what happens is the car frame is the most secure part of the car. Right? And if you were to get a driver's side impact, instead of the door collapsing in on itself, so it doesn't go inside the cabin. How cool is that?
That's super cool, buddy.
No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where your heart is fire. But baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold.
Our first time loading groceries into a trunk that is not like super small. This is crazy, but we might not have to put the paper towels in the back seat.
But we will, just cause.
No, just for fun. And look, that would never, like that would take up our entire trunk in our Mini. That would never fit in it. Go grocery haul. What do you think? Opera 2023?
I'm just focused on eating my burrito.
All right, guys, without further ado, in no particular order, let's do a grocery haul. We've got eggs, which are black market shiz nowadays, aren't they?
Don't show them that.
Don't show them the eggs. They can't know we have some.
They have to pay to see them.
Gonna make an egg OnlyFans in order to just view eggs. Heavy whipping cream, Dave's Killer bread, flossers, granola, ricotta cheese, cat treats. They're gonna go crazy.
My favorite.
Over those. Tomato paste, hot Italian sausage, and a whole lot of chicken boobies. A lemon, cherry tomatoes, body wash for Jack, peanut oil for donuts, whole milk, creamer, avocados, basil, cucumbers, 2 heads of garlic, bananas, an onion, apples, and a lot of different types of tomatoes because we're making homemade spaghetti sauce this week. Protein spaghetti, blueberries, plain Greek yogurt, and you guys saw that at the Sephora in Kohl's, which is right across the street from Market Basket, so we've got like basically a mini Sephora over there now. We got the salicylic acid mask that we like to do. Jack is more so on it than I am nowadays, but that's our favorite one for exfoliating. And then my favorite serum daily is the niacinamide zinc serum, both from The Ordinary. And then also, I think this is the biggest pack of paper towels we've gotten in a very long time. If anyone is curious, my favorite type of paper towels are Bounty. Haven't found any that are just as good. And specifically speaking, if they don't have the like 4 tear where you can choose to do like one little tear, you know, versus like a big square paper towel, we don't want them. Absolutely not. But they were having the deal of the century and this was a good deal. It hurt the wallet up front, but will save us in the long term. Hello friends. So the next clip that you're about to see is the follow-up appointment. I don't know if I've talked about this actually, but I requested a follow-up appointment with my doctor. Gosh, when did I request that? It was like right around Christmas time, I want to say. I don't remember the exact like date that I requested it, but at that point, we at least had the saline ultrasound done, so there was something found in there, and I didn't want to waste time asking for an additional like follow-up appointment. And the reason I say additional is because we did have a follow-up appointment after our transfer failed, our first transfer, but since then we had found the potential polyp or something in the uterus during a saline ultrasound, which triggered a polypectomy. And so I requested another follow-up with my doctor to make sure that after the polypectomy and after we get those results and stuff, he still feels good about what we talked about regarding the protocol for the second transfer that we were going to do. I just wanted to double check with him since a lot of stuff had happened since then. So I want to share that with you guys because a lot of you guys in the comments and messages say that hearing these things coming from him, just hearing the phone call in general or the questions that I'm asking during my phone calls really help you, whether it's with confidence to ask your own questions, or you might learn something that you were also curious about, like I was curious about. But I think the overall takeaway that I would love anybody to take away from these phone calls is to be confident to ask those questions. Like if you have something lingering in the back of your mind and you feel silly for making a follow-up appointment to just ask these questions, don't, because they're there for that. They're literally there to help guide us and give us the information we need in order to feel good about the process going forward. So take that opportunity. We all pay, whether it's through insurance or our own out-of-pocket, a pretty penny for these private fertility clinics. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You've got this. And without further ado, let's listen to the phone call.
All was well, yeah. Sort of back in the swing of things, but it was a nice time. How about you?
It was good, nice and relaxing, getting ready for next steps and all that, so we're excited.
Yeah. How did it sounds like your procedure went well, at least from the parts that I could read.
Yes, I am so happy it's over, but it was 10 times just more manageable and better than expected. So
good.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to touch base just because the last time that we talked regarding our next transfer, it was before all of that, so before saline and polypectomy. So I just wanted to make sure that what we talked about for the next protocol, like you still feel good about that, knowing what they found and everything.
Yeah, I feel maybe even a little better because before, things looked pretty normal, and, I thought you responded well to the protocol, and so it was a bummer when it didn't work, but the fact that there may have been a little polyp or something in there that developed, having that removed, I think, makes me feel better about this whole thing because we sort of made a change to something inside the uterus. Obviously, we'll see how everything looks when we do the estrogen protocol, but it's always hard to do the same thing without improving something. So we changed the embryo, right? That's obviously different, but I think also having kind of revised and updated your uterine lining, that will be positive as well. So
okay, perfect.
Yeah, so I think we stick with the regimen. As I said, if you want to stick with Valium for the transfer, you can, or you don't have to.
Okay.
Whatever. You're getting good at these things now. So
yeah, I definitely feel a little more experienced. Every procedure I have, I just put it in my tool belt. I'm like, nope, I know how to do that.
Yeah,
so
I can do that now.
Exactly. I think my number one just specific question is, it sounds like you feel good about everything, which makes us feel good, but does estradiol produce polyps faster? Like, do you still feel good about me being on estradiol for 2 to 3 weeks?
I mean, the estrogen dosing that we're giving you is pretty comparable to what you would have in just a normal ovulation cycle. So your polyps grow with estrogen, but your body produces the same estrogen all the time. It may have been from like 2 IVF cycles in a row with higher stimulation where things might have gotten a little escalated, but it's in general not a major stimulant at this point, just the way we're doing it with the low oral dose. So
okay, that makes a lot of sense. Perfect.
Yeah, like even if you're going through a natural cycle, it's like basically the same amount of estrogen. It's just when you do it naturally, then we can't control the timing as well with the ovulation.
Okay, that makes sense. If you feel good about it, then we feel good about it.
I think it's a good situation that things have been tidied up a bit. I don't think there was anything major, but it just kind of cleans the decks. And sometimes even just going in and like ruffling the feathers of your uterus kind of re-energizes things.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Take care, bye-bye. How do you feel?
You know what?
I feel like that was exactly as I expected him to say, but I'm glad I got like the confirmation and we touched base. Plus he could see like all of the results.
Yes.
From everything. And I wouldn't have been able to talk to him if we didn't like schedule a follow-up.
Until,
Exactly.
I think we're good. It's what I expected him to say too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I know deep in my head now that like he did get to look at everything and he still feels good about like going forward. And also knowing that there was just that tiny little polyp at the entrance of my uterus versus multiple all over the place. And like he said, it's difficult to know exactly like when that would have popped up, but I was on so many hormones last year in 2022, between 3 or 4 rounds of Clomid, I think 4 technically, because my third IUI, that would have been my third IUI, was canceled, and then into 2 rounds of stimulation for egg retrievals, and then into a transfer. And we didn't have a saline ultrasound within any of that time frame. Like that polyp, the fact that we had like a tiny undetectable one by camera pop up in between all of that, I don't have a fear that a massive polyp that would disrupt implantation would pop up within 2 to 3 weeks of estradiol, especially after talking to him. So this is wild. We are officially going into the transfer now. This is real. I guess not officially because there is always a chance at a natural cycle, especially with unexplained infertility when we're ovulating, you know, like on the reg. So this cycle that we are in currently, who frickin' knows? But I don't want to get my hopes up. It's silly to get my hopes up after 2 going on 3 years now of infertility, that a natural cycle before IVF would happen for us. However, those stories happen all the time. So why not lose hope? But I'm not going to get like overly hopeful for it. But we're waiting for the next cycle to start, and then we'll officially move on to transfer number 2. Something that Past Mac in that clip did not mention, and when I was editing it, I was like, you dingbat. The other blocker besides waiting for my cycle to start is insurance approval at this point. I think I just didn't think in that moment that insurance approval would be an issue at all, because we had already gone through all of the things that insurance requested me go through, saline ultrasound and then polypectomy. And since all those things had been done, I just don't think in my mind I saw insurance like not approving us to move forward, because we've done so much for them. Rightfully so though. Honestly, I'll never admit it to my insurance company, but for them to request these things and we actually find something and then we clear it all out, it's kind of a good thing at the end of the day. But I was still waiting for insurance approval. So if you have not subscribed and you would like to keep up with our journey and next steps, insurance approval, transfer, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because we upload videos like these on Wednesdays and Sundays. Everybody, do not forget to give this video a big old thumbs up, and we'll catch you in the next one, my friends. We'll see you later. Bye.